more dictatorships or tyrannies and what have you. And and I said all that to say you may not have a vote, and therefore you have to deal with things beyond your ability to deal with them. And so it seems like I just had an issue here. And so anyway, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some of your comments, and I'm not even certain if I'm going to be able to get your comments because I just had some, oops, total failure here. But anyway, Sister Vivian, do this for me. How about finish reading that comment and give me a quick uh, comment on that?
It is through God's word that we will learn how to compete and win and do so effectively. The field of battle and the competition is spiritual. Therefore, the approach to everything we do must be spiritual. Do keep in mind, however, that the reference to spiritual here is not a religious spirituality, but rather a real, tangible, functional, dimensional spiritual field of battle upon which we compete. So I was thinking when I saw the word competing, I think competition on the other page, and you were pretty much the way I was looking at it was just differentiating between the how to stay God focused and how to stay and what happens if you're self focused. As in the title, it would say preserving and furthering the ministry. What you gave us some ways to further the ministry or preserve the ministry. Number one, the main thing you mentioned was to remain God focused. Let our God goals take priority over our selfish goals or our personal goals. And so, one of the things I was looking at too, also when you're in the kingdom, you're doing, like this, the writing is the commentary is saying this competition is spiritual, but if we are doing religious spirituality, as it says in the second, then we start competing against each other. And we know how that can be. It can be a lot of times in denominations compete against each other. Sometimes there's places, religious settings where people compete against each other, and the kingdom focus is nowhere in mind. Pleasing God is nowhere in mind. So again, it says that we are to keep in mind that our competition is supposed to be spiritual and not natural or not selfishly, because our ultimate goal is again to remain God focused, to remain kingdom minded. Again, it says, do keep in mind, however,